Hi fam, welcome back to Dive Deeper with Yaya, where we live it and we tell it. I am your host Ayana, and I am going to be taking you guys on this journey of life with me, and we're going to have some deep conversations that motivate, inspire, and inform. So let's see what we have in store for today. So I did a video for Valentine's Day talking about how I found love in 5 days. And my friend Dree.island on Instagram, Adri, I know him as, he asked me to talk on how I learned to receive love. And I just never really did the video, so I'm just gonna talk on that now. A little bit about me. So for those of you who know me, y'all know that I am a give love person. If you come into contact with me and don't feel love, I don't know, something wrong. So that's just because that's how I grew up. I grew up around love, surrounded by love. I grew up with love. Love was taking care of me. It was just love all around. So it's just natural for me to give love. So that's just to begin with. But as natural as it was for me to give love, it was kind of hard for me to accept romantic love. I only realized I did not know how to properly receive love after somebody kind of pointed it out to me, and I sat down, reflected, and I was like, they're not totally wrong. Maybe they're wrong how they came at me with it, but they were not totally wrong. And yes, I knew I deserved love, I desired love, but I was afraid to be hurt, and I was afraid to be disappointed in love, to be hurt by love. When I think of romantic love, sometimes it scares me because you could romantically love somebody one day and then just be like, I don't really romantically love you anymore. That fear kind of prevented me from allowing somebody to love me fully. So I would give love, no problem, just give. But when it came to that person loving me fully, I would always have a wall. And how I learned to receive love was by addressing that fear. So we're going to go into a story time. There was this friend that I absolutely adore, still do. And we met at a time where I had just gotten out of a relationship, and I was like, I don't want anybody to love me. I don't want anybody. So it was dumb, I know. But we started talking and stuff, and then he used to be like, Love Joy, and he used to call me all kind of sweet names, and I used to be like, bruh, don't do that, because people who do these things are people who waking up to be in a relationship, and this isn't going anywhere, So I was very abrasive because I just stepped out of a relationship, had to really work on myself, work on trusting and loving other people, and accepting love, giving love. I really had to work on everything, and that took me a long while. In everything, he realized that Ayana doesn't need a boyfriend at this point, or a relationship or anything like that. What she needs is a friend. And we got really, really, really close, and we used to talk about everything. He used to give me so much love in motivation, prayers, and just vibes. So he was truly a very good friend of mine, and we just got to work through our emotions, and I feel like that in itself taught me a lot about love. I learned to let my guard down and allow myself to receive that type of love that was so foreign to me, a type of love that people have in relationships is not just romantic. Romance is like an addition to the love that we need. And what we really need in life is that friendship love. And that kind of removed some of the fear associated with me being so closed up in the first place. That is really what is the foundation of really strong relationships. Learning to be friends, learning to love as friends first. You don't have to fear love, you just have to walk properly into love, not fall into love. You walk realizing that okay, that's not too scary. You just be that person's friend, and whatever has to develop will, whatever doesn't won't, and that's totally okay. And what I learned was ways in which I could take steps that would be precautious but still be open to love. The first one is whenever you meet someone, you have to remember that they are experiencing a whole other world. Yes, you're sharing the space, but they're in a whole other world that may be chaotic, may have a whole set of things going on that you do not know. So give them the grace to be in their own space, and that's mentally, physically, and so on. So you have to give them grace, and then also you have to accept them for who they are. You know, you cannot put your own expectations on people, and that's a word. And that's a word. You cannot put your own expectations on people. You have to be able to accept the person for who they are and where they are as well, and not be like, okay, I'm going to put my all into this person because I think they can be this, or I think that this is the direction that they're going, because they are their own person. You know, that in itself could lead you to being hurt down the line. Some people are there for the long run, some people are just there for like a few steps or for you to walk a block in life. So just being able to let down your guard and be like, okay, life is an experience. So experience people, you experience the love that they have to give, you give love, and you just keep it moving. I think that was a major thing for me in receiving love, and also like knowing what I will accept, what I won't accept, and not going beyond that. You know, sometimes you meet people and your spirit just cling to them, and you start to disregard all your things, all your standards, like what you will accept, what you won't accept. Not everybody is meant to be with you, so you just have to take your time and step into love instead of falling into it, if you know what I mean. I always say that everything in life is a journey because it's true. So sometimes I find myself blocking myself from love again, and I just have to be like, okay, Anna, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And just realizing a lot of it is like my own fears and insecurities that I have to address every day or every now and again, because your fears and stuff, they always pop back up. It always pops back up, no matter how addressed it's addressed. No matter how much you deal with it, sometimes things happen and it triggers you. The things trigger you, and you back to where you thought you had moved on from. And that's okay, but you have to just address that and put yourself out there. When I took my time to walk into love, I found it in the most unexpected places. And it wasn't always a romantic love. Sometimes it was just a friendship love. But that, I got so much from that, and receiving so much love from that. It just teaches you a lot of things about yourself. So that's that. So this has been Dive Deeper with Yaya, where we live it and we tell it. So let's go. Dive Deeper with Yaya.